It's 3 a.m. Your eyes are drooping. Sleep is pulling you under. Then suddenly ring, ring. Your doorbell wakes you from your slumber. You know you live alone. Can't help but peer out the window. In the darkness, you see nothing. Was it the wind? A late-night visitor making a mistake or a very cruel joke? Maybe a trick of the light. But you don't need to worry about it now. You can always check the security footage later. But what if it happens again? What if the doorbell rings again? Will you be prepared? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. For those of you who are new here, welcome. This is a podcast where we bring you horror stories from people like you. Every week we publish a new episode. And if you enjoy our work, do us a favor. Subscribe and leave a thumbs up so you never miss an episode. With all that said, let's get into the story. Tonight's story is our submission. The sound of my doorbell keeps me up at night. The day my husband died, the realtor called me and told me that we had an offer on our home. That afternoon, I met with a potential buyer and we discussed the price. We agreed to sell the house for $180,000. The paperwork was finished that day. The woman said she would take possession of the house in 3 weeks. We shook hands and she left. 3 weeks after the sale was finalized, I drove to the house and handed the keys over to the new owner. She came up to me and asked, "You haven't put a new lock on the front door, have you?" I told her no. She smiled and said, "Well, it's tradition to change the locks. As soon as we own a place, right?" I said yes and smiled. I was happy to be rid of that house. I couldn't wait to leave, so I jumped into my car and sped away from the house. After I dropped the realtor off, I went to the bar to celebrate. I drank until I was tipsy and drove home. The following morning, I woke up and felt horrible. I started to wonder if I should have negotiated a higher price. I thought about the new owners. Who were they? What did they look like? Would they like the house? What would they do with it? Suddenly, I started to panic. I hadn't given them the garage door opener. What did they look like? Were they dangerous? Should I drive back to the house and change the locks myself before they arrived? I hesitated for a moment, then got in my car and headed back. When I pulled up into the driveway, I could see a moving van. Relief washed over me. I was safe. These were nice people who hired movers to transport their things. I sipped my coffee and sat in the driver's seat waiting for them to arrive. Then I saw them. I couldn't believe my eyes. There were 2 women unloading the van. One of them was the realtor, but who was the other? The woman smiled at me, waved, and continued unloading. I continued watching them, feeling uneasy. Soon the realtor noticed me and walked over to my car. "I didn't know you were coming back," she said. "I'm sorry. I should have called," I replied. "No problem. Do you want the garage door opener?" I reached over and handed it to her. "Thank you. I'll bring it over once we're settled," she said. That's when I noticed the suitcase. It was full of clothes and accessories. "That must be yours," I said. The woman looked at me awkwardly, then quickly replied, "Oh, no. Those are not my things. I'm here to help the new owner move in. Her name is Rachel, and she had to go out of town unexpectedly. So I'm helping her out." She then looked over at Rachel's things and added, "So I don't know anything about her yet. She hasn't arrived yet, so I don't know what any of these things belong to." I realized how stupid I sounded and embarrassed. I stammered, Oh, okay, sorry, I'll leave you alone." I was desperate to escape, so I thanked the realtor again and raced away. As soon as I returned home, I checked my email. I'd received an email from the realtor with the new owners' names, Rachel and Clara. I wondered why the realtor would share her client's private information. I decided not to make anything of it and went to work. The next weekend, I returned to the house to collect some of my things. When I unlocked the door, I began to cry. I had left so many things behind. And now that I was going to move to another city, I wouldn't be able to return. I collected books, photographs, and clothing, and placed them in boxes. I remembered I had left my wedding ring in the master bathroom. As I walked into the room, I saw a large black stain in the center of the carpet. It looked like a dead animal. I bent down and touched it. To my disgust, it was soft and squishy. I screamed. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I immediately called the realtor and told her about it. "Bring it to me," she said, "and I'll dispose of it." I drove to her office, placed the rug on her desk, and left. She promised to clean it up and send me the bill. A few days later, I received a call from the realtor. I took the rug to be cleaned, but they said they couldn't remove the stain. They said it needs to be bleached. I don't think that will work because it's a handmade rug. It's completely ruined. What are you going to do about it? I was horrified. I hated that rug, but I certainly wasn't going to pay for its replacement. Tell them I won't pay for it. Tell them it's the new owner's responsibility, I said. I already spoke with them, and they refused to accept the rug unless I pay for it. The cleaning company says they won't release it to anyone other than the seller, and they're refusing to speak with me. It looks like the new owner will have to pick it up, unless you want it back. I explained that I had already left, and I wasn't returning. We argued back and forth until I finally gave in. I told her to charge it to the house equity line of credit. The realtor dropped the rug off at the new owner's house and told them she was leaving it there and that they needed to deal with it. The next day I watched the news online. There was a fire at my old address. The local fire department responded to a blaze at the home on Maplewood Drive. Fire officials said the house is currently being foreclosed upon. The building's new owner failed to make payments on the property and defaulted on the loan less than a month after purchasing the home. The home is now a total loss. Investigators say the cause of the fire is undetermined, but they believe it may have been caused by faulty electrical wiring. I was shocked. How could the house burn down without the owner being there? And where is she? I couldn't stop thinking about Rachel. Did she die in the fire? Did she even make it out? I had to find out. I contacted the realtor and asked her what happened. She replied, "Who knows? Things like this happen when people speculate and gossip too much. Let it go." I called her back and insisted she tell me what happened. She finally caved and whispered, "I heard a rumor that Clara has taken Rachel somewhere for treatment." They both suffered smoke inhalation, but Rachel is fine. She's resting at home. I was relieved. I knew I had worried too much, but I still couldn't understand how the house caught fire. A few months passed and I kept in touch with the realtor. She told me the insurance company bought back the house and that it would be demolished. Recently, the realtor sent me photos of the empty lot where our house used to stand. One photo, however, caught my eye.
Ow.
It was a photo of a patch of dirt on the property. I could unhelp but notice that the shape of the dirt matched the exact size and shape of my wedding ring. Could it be possible? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy scary stories, subscribe to our channel for more. All the best and see you next time.